Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about human circulatory system. Our human body is a complex machine that requires many processes to function effectively. So to keep the processes running without any hindrances, we need certain elements and components to be delivered to all parts of the body. So the important role of the human circulatory system is transportation, transporting oxygen, nutrients, minerals and other components to all parts of the body. That is the main role of human circulatory system. So the components involved in the circulatory system is heart, blood cells, blood vessels, and the lymphatic system. First we are going to see about the blood. Blood plays a vital role in the circulatory system. It plays a major role. It is a fluid connective tissue. Blood is a fluid connective tissue and it consists of blood cells, plasma, proteins and other substances like sodium, potassium and calcium. So the blood is going to be the oxygen transporter. The blood is considered as a vehicle. It contains oxygen, nutrients and other minerals and components. The blood consists of plasma, RBC, WBC and platelets. The plasma is the fluid part of the blood that consists of 90% of water, and RBC, WBC and platelets are the solid part of the blood. So it is a fluid connective tissue, right? So it consists of fluid and solid part. The fluid part is plasma, the solid part is RBC, WBC and platelets. So RBC consists the oxygen and WBC is the white blood cells that that is the defense system for our body that helps to fight against the pathogens and microorganisms, and platelets that acts on injury. So it helps the blood to clot to prevent bleeding. So this is the blood, and once the blood transports the oxygen to other parts of the body, it becomes as deoxygenated blood. The vehicles will always travel in certain path, that is the road. Likewise, the blood will also travel in a certain network of pathways, that is artery and veins. The oxygenated blood will always travel in the artery and the deoxygenated blood will travel in the vein. The blood from the heart is going to pump the blood. The blood from the heart will travel in the artery to different parts of the body. Once the oxygen is exchanged with other organs, it is going to return to the veins to the heart. Okay, oxygenated blood in the artery, deoxygenated in the veins, and the artery will become smaller and they form a smaller vessels called capillary, like capillary blood. In the capillary bloods, they are going to exchange the oxygen to other organs. So this is the heart, lungs. So how will we get oxygen, like breathing air to the lungs? We will exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide in the through the alveoli, right? Alveoli in the lungs. The lungs to the alveoli, we will exchange oxygen. Oxygen, we take the organs takes the oxygen and we return the carbon dioxide. Okay, the oxygenated blood, okay, will always travel in the arteries. The deoxygenated blood will always travel in the veins. But there is an exception. Exception is like we are taking a service road, like veins, pulmonary veins. Pulmonary means it mentioning the lungs. The lung veins will carry the oxygenated blood from the lungs to the heart. Okay, and the deoxygenated blood will move away. Deoxygenated blood from the heart will move to the lungs through the pulmonary artery. Am I clear? I think so. The heart consists of 4 chambers, that is atrium and ventricle. That is left atrium, right atrium, left ventricle and right ventricle. They are going to hold the blood and pump it through the arteries. I will explain it clearly. we are going to inhale the air, the air is going to exchange through the alveoli. Once the blood becomes oxygenated, it will travel to the heart through the pulmonary veins. This is an exception. The lungs will always carry the oxygenated, the pulmonary veins will always transfer the oxygenated blood to the heart. This is right pulmonary vein, this is left pulmonary vein, and it is going into the left atrium. And that is a valve called mitral valve. It is going to prevent the backflow of blood in the wrong direction. Right, when we are going to a road, what will be happen when we suddenly go back? Okay, likewise, to prevent that, that is the mitral valve. It helps the blood flow backwards. Okay, the blood is going into the left atrium and then to the left ventricle, and then the heart pumps the blood through the aorta. To the aorta, the blood is a carrier of transporting oxygen. It is traveled through the other arteries to the different parts of the body. It is to the superior part of the body, and these bloods are going to the inferior part of the body. Once the oxygenated blood is always in the left side. The oxygenated blood will pump from the left side of the heart, left atrium, left ventricle, pump into the aorta and to the arteries. Will transfer to all different parts of the body. Once the oxygen is transferred with other parts of the body, the oxygen will return to the veins and it comes to the heart through the inferior. Inferior means lower side, superior means upper, inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. To these parts, the deoxygenated bloods enter the right atrium, and into the right atrium it goes into the right ventricle, and then it goes to the pulmonary artery and reaches the lungs. These are the exception is in pulmonary artery alone, the deoxygenated blood will flow. The oxygenated blood will come through the pulmonary veins. So to parts of the body, the oxygenated blood will travel from the artery, and the deoxygenated blood will move to the heart towards the veins. So this is the circulatory system, and the process will be repeated again and again. So this is the circulatory system. The important function of the circulatory system is help sustain all organs to function properly, and it transport all the essential oxygen, minerals, nutrients. So this is the circulatory system. Thank you.